Alright, hey guys, welcome back to an interesting video on Wild Rift. So today we're back with a Ezreal complete guide part 2. And of course, as usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Any questions, queries, remarks, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Of course, I will be sure to address them. So, also for the loadout explanation in terms of the items, runes, and spells, refer to yesterday's video, which I will put up in the cards above. So refer to that for the explanation. Basically, in this video, we're swapping out Press the Attack for Conqueror, and we're going to be going for Conqueror as our rune instead of Press the Attack. So, as I kind of explained in yesterday's video, the main difference between Press the Attack and Conquer is that Press the Attack is a very strong laning rune and kind of covers up Ezreal's early game weaknesses, and of course causes you to be pretty strong in the early game and even be able to get kills in lane. Whereas with Conquer, it's a lot harder to get kills in lane because you don't have that extra burst from the Press the Attack, don't have the extra 8% damage from the Press the Attack either. However, the main great part about Conquer is that in the mid to late game teamfights, it's a lot of a stronger rune than Press the Attack. Why? Because when you stack it up to 6 stacks, you get a lot of extra AD, you get a lot of extra Omnivamp, and in general, it's just going to hit a lot harder than if you had Press the Attack. Of course, Press the Attack also only applies onto one target, whereas Conqueror does apply onto everybody because it's a buff to yourself. Right, so basically, the point is, Press the Attack Ezreal and Conquer Ezreal is kind of just like a playstyle preference kind of thing, where if you prefer to be more aggressive in the early game and attempt to snowball, things like that, Press the Attack definitely is better, whereas if you prefer to play for mid or late game teamfights, just chill out in lane, just clear waves, and just basically don't die, definitely Conquer is going to be the way to go. Also, of course, if there are a lot of tanks on the enemy team, a lot of frontline, like the Vi and Mordekaiser in this game, Conqueror can also be really good because Press the Attack against tanks not the greatest. It's way better against squishies, whereas Conqueror against tanks a little bit better because you can kind of stack it up for free and then use it on basically everybody in the fight because you already have it stacked up. So now that we've kind of covered the main difference in the runes, we of course now want to take a look at what's actually going on in the gameplay. So we haven't missed out on a lot so far. We missed out on what I describe as a intentionally really bad trade to kind of bait Varus in and then basically make him overextend and help Lee Sin get a free kill, which also netted me 1 assist. So once again, I with the Conquer rune, there's basically no way I'm going to win against Varus in lane because Varus is a very, very strong lane champion, whereas Ezreal is not, especially not with Conqueror. So speaking of which, here Varus is kind of getting caught. I'm just getting free autos onto the Seraphine. Just getting free Qs onto her as well, just trying to aim and land my spells. As is Lux. Ezreal Lux is a really strong, really annoying combo because with both of them, you have a lot of poke, and if Lux hits a binding, Ezreal can get free ults, free, WQs, whatever skill shots you need to land is going to be free because they're rooted on the spot, and there's not a lot they can really do about it. Of course, in this case, Varus does have cleanse, so he can't do that about it. He can cleanse out, but Seraphine does not. So here we've gotten a reset. Now we're back into the lane. Lux has hit level 5, and so have we. Whereas the enemy bot lane has not, or rather Seraphine has, whereas Varus has not. So there is always the potential to, catch them out. Of course, Varus did die, which is why he didn't have level 5. With that minion, he does hit level 5 though. Of course, it's a little bit difficult. Now here Morgana's coming in for the roam. Vi comes in for the counter gang. Lee Sin is here as well, it's becoming a party. I get off a 2-man ult onto Vi and Seraphine. Now I'm trying to reposition myself. I see Katarina, I hop over the wall. Katarina is chasing all the way, picks up the dagger, ults, gets CC'd by Lee Sin, gets comboed by Lee Sin, and tries to hop away, but we get the kill. Really nice shield by Morgana to prevent me from getting CC'd by Seraphine ulti, and then I cleanse out of Varus' ulti in order to escape. However, as you guys can see there, the Seraphine and Varus ulti combo, together with the Vi engaging as well, was a little bit too much damage for my team to handle, too much CC, too much damage, and I had to get Morgana's back shield to save myself from Seraphine's ult. Then I had to cleanse out of Varus' ult, and then I had to flash away because I was really low, so I really had to expend everything I had to even make it out there alive. So it's pretty understandable that all of my teammates didn't have the same escape tools as I did, and they all ended up biting the dust. So definitely a very even game so far. You can see the goal on both teams nearly all square, And in terms of the lanes as well, you know, basically every lane is basically even. The goal difference between each lane is within like 300 to 400. So at this current point in the game, at 5 minutes in the game is basically completely even, like, everywhere. So really rare that you have these kind of very, very even games, but they definitely do, you know, happen, of course, from time to time. So here both objectives are up, and here I see that there's no one defending the tower. So, you know, I always like to go for free tower plates if they let me, right? Because, you know, free tower plates are very, very valuable. Now here I have to back off as I try to launch my ult to help out downtown. But I have to back off because Varus can easily kill me in lane, whereas I cannot really easily kill him in lane, so definitely I'm at a laning disadvantage. Now all I really want to do is prevent him from getting any plates either, which I'm pretty successful at doing. Now my team has picked up the Herald. Herald is being placed down in the mid lane. Morgana is picking up the plates, and we are now going on to the Dragon. Of course, with Dragon I can rotate over to kind of help out with the Dragon, which is exactly what I'm doing. We're just DPSing down the Dragon. Varus tries to steal it. A really good attempt by Varus. If I was him, I would have done the same. But unfortunately to no avail. Here back to the lane. Basically just CSing a little bit. Here Lux hits the binding, but unfortunately Varus has cleansed. So Lux unleashed her full combo on the cleansed Varus, and unfortunately Varus just cleansed out of it, which is, yeah, pretty unfortunate. But you know, hey, it is what it is. So here we clear up the wave. Next wave is only at the tier 2 tower, which gives us a very, very nice reset window. So here is one of those examples that I mentioned in the loadout explanation yesterday, where I can complete my entire mana mune, so that's what I'm doing. Although in this case I also have enough for Sheen, so in this case I managed to complete both mana mune and Sheen. I didn't go for the tier into Sheen kind of build, simply due to the fact that we had enough gold to complete the entire mana mune. So here once again just picking up the CS. Nothing too interesting here. Varus landing a little bit of poke. We're 1-0-1, slowly scaling into the game. Of course, here Ezreal's not really the best scaler, but of course he does have a 2-item spike here. Morgana goes in with the flash ulti and shield. Unfortunately doesn't really hit it, but does manage to chain CC the Seraphine, and myself and Lux are able to finish her off. Now here, I honestly thought I would be able to kill Varus here, but he just got that insane attack speed from Lethal Tempo right at the very end, and he is able to just burst me down with the help of his Q popping all of the stats. So that was a little bit of a miscalculation there. I mean, I had my flash there, so if I had kind of foreseen where the fight was going, I could have tried to flash sideways to avoid that Q, which I definitely have done before. But I honestly thought I would just kill him before he killed me, and that was definitely not the case. So here Hex get directly into a fight where Vi is getting caught out, dashing over the wall. And yeah, behind is a Katarina, and Lux actually does very well to survive for an extra second, as well as root the Katarina to prevent her reset from completely destroying us. So really well played by the Lux. Here I flash forward thinking we can get a kill onto the Varus, but in reality we can't really, and that heal from Seraphine was just insane. Healed Varus you know, back up to a very healthy state. Although the replay tool is not really reflecting that in the bottom corner, but yeah, in the game he basically healed back up to like 1/3 health off of that Seraphine heal, which is pretty nutty. So here, unfortunately, our world gets instantly destroyed by the enemy control ward. We do get the enemy control ward in return though. And now we're kind of back to laning. Both towers are still kind of up, so no one really is getting a major advantage in the lane. You can see that Varus is ahead of me in gold by like about 700 gold, but Lux is ahead of Seraphine by about 800 gold. So it's roughly even if you count the bot lane together. Lux here is going for full AP. She has a Luden's Echo, so she will be going for those one-shots on the enemies, which I'm not even too upset by, because I do think Lux AP is really, really strong, even in the support role. Try to land my poke onto the Seraphine, but unfortunately only the W lands without the Q. And here I'm just launching pot shots at them, basically just kind of guessing where they are, and it is hitting them. Seraphine is actually 1 HP. Both myself and Lux try to ult, but unfortunately both of us kind of get the wrong angles and are not quite able to really finish off the kill onto Seraphine. Now here Morgana's coming for a dive onto the both of them. Varus is the more valuable target, so we get him first. Seraphine, sorry, not Seraphine. Lux gets the kill onto Seraphine. And here I nearly messed up there. I honestly almost sold my Morgana out because there I could have tanked a couple of more tower shots so that she didn't have to tank the tower. And she ended up tanking one tower shot, which could have killed her, but thankfully Lux shielded coming clutch. So here Vi as well as Katarina are jumping into all four of us behind enemy lines for some reason, and we're just going to punish them for that and kill them. Of course, Morgana was really low, but there was really no way they're going to get to Morgana very easily without getting through all of us, so kind of trolling in my opinion, but yeah, so here we have the Mana Moon evolved into the Mirror Mana, and we have the Triforce. Completed, and as such, we are at our power spike now. We are going to move on to getting the dragon. Lee Sin picks up the dragon, easy peasy, and we of course are on Infernal Soul Point at this time. So here the tower is really low. I really wanted to get this tower, and I still do, but we'll have to see if that is at all possible. So here I was actually trying to W the tower, but Seraphine takes the W instead, which is really not what I wanted. But either way, Varus is now here. So now here they're kind of stuck under the tower. We can see Katarina, Mordekaiser, as well as Vi. Who was more towards the red buff area. There she is. So we do know where everyone is, which is why we're kind of playing this aggressively. Lee Sin's also here, so it's a 3v3 with us and the junglers. Here I actually try to ult Vi, but Lee Sin kicks her out of the way, which is a little bit anti-synergy. Here comes Katarina and Morgana as well. We're winning the fight for now, 1-0. However, we're not quite able to finish the rest of the kills. However, we are going to be able to finish this tower, as I missed my W on a stationary tower. Definitely a embarrassing moment there, to say the least. Enemy red buff is up, so we're going to just counter jungle this red buff. We do get that one. So no red buff for the enemy team. Always good to counter jungle. Now here I don't want to fight with my teammates for the wave, so I'm just going to pick up this Skull Crab, which gets stolen by Lee Sin, by the way, so that's pretty tilting. And Lux is taking the entire minion wave, even though she is the support. But yeah, it is what it is. And now, definitely looks like a play is going to happen in the bot lane here. Enemy ward is there, but despite the fact that that's the case, Varus gets jumped on by Camille. We take him out easily. And we do have cleanse, but we don't need to waste it on that Varus. So once again, Lux just one-shotting the whole minion wave. Yeah. So here, another kind of jungling opportunity. We're going to steal the enemy Grom, getting a deep ward into the enemy jungle as well, to make sure we can see the goings on of what's happening over there. So here we're back. We just picked up some components to build into Riftmaker. In this match, a Stasis or a QSS would both kind of be good, in a sense that we do have cleanse, but having extra QSS for Varus, Seraphine, and such is definitely going to be helpful. But Stasis is also really good for Katarina and her resets, which could happen even though she is kind of behind. She does have 2 completed items, so Stasis for Varus burst, Katarina burst, etc. could also come in handy. So we could definitely go for that one as well. So here we're staying out of vision to kind of see if we can set a trap for anybody who's walking by. Mordekaiser's walking by, caught on vision, gets rooted by Morgana. Me and Lux go in, and we're able to basically finish him off. And here we do have the blue buff up and available, as I try to ult to get the minions as well as dealing some damage to the enemy champions. So we stole on both the blue and the red from the enemy team. Couldn't have gone much better in that sense. And we're at a very decent spot of the game. So here we're going to go for this tower. Destroy this tower. Seraphine is kind of getting caught out. Unfortunately, I missed my Q. If that hit, would have done a lot more damage. And now here in comes Vi from the side onto the Lux. Gil's unstoppable onto the Lux. Chain CC into the Seraphine ulti. And now I have to run for the hills. My team is already finishing up the Baron. So I'm running towards my team for protection. We finish off the Baron. And I basically lead the entire enemy team to the slaughter, right towards my team, where they're basically running in one by one and just dying to us one by one. Down goes Vi, Katarina, and then Varus and Seraphine. All of them get run down. Lee Sin picks up a triple kill. Camille gets the top lane inhibitor, and we get the Baron. With the Baron minions gonna come in hot. We're now using the mid wave to push this mid inhibitors. We get that. And the enemy team is completely aced, and with the inhibitor, top lane inhibitor already taken out by Camille, Just a couple of seconds ago, not a couple of seconds ago, but recently, there's no Nexus Shield anymore, which means that we can simply finish the game right here and now. So that's gonna be it for this video. Of course, don't forget to check out part 1 if you haven't. But thank you guys so much for watching the video, and goodbye.